A pleasant day to all, most especially to our SDO officials headed by Mr. Anselmo R. Alutino, Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Maricon G. Ramirez, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Mr. Ernesto B. Aquino Jr., Chief Education Supervisor of the Curriculum Implementation Division,
Mr. Ronald Galicia, Education Program Specialist 2 and the Caretaker of School Governance and Operations Division, Mr. Reynaldo B. Mangayayam Jr., Education Program Specialist 2 in ALS, School Heads, Fellow ALS Teachers, Candidates for Graduation and Completion, and proud parents.
The Alternative Learning System of the Schools Division of Candon City proudly presents
The virtual graduation and completion ceremony of ALS completers for school year 2019-2020 and previous years. With the theme, Kalidad ng Edukasyon, Lalong Patatagin sa Gitna ng Pandemya.
And to start with, may we all put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism as we listen and sing our national anthem.
After which, let us also invoke ourselves in the presence of our Lord through an opening prayer to be followed by the singing of the Region 1 hymn and Ode to Candon City hymn.
Bayang magiliw, kalas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa ditim mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tulad ka ng magiting, sa mandulupi, di ka pasisigil, sa dagat at bulok, sa simula, sa langit mo mahal, malinag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang istak ng watawat mo'y tabu, may nanagniningin, ang bituwing at araw na kailan, pang may magdidinig. Lupa ng araw na iwan, ating pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Panginoon, aming makapangyarihan at mapagmahal na Ama, ang aming mga puso ay puspos ng galak sa araw na ito na ipinagkaloob mo sa amin. Lahat po ng mga bagay na inyong ibinibigay sa amin ay patunay ng inyong walang hanggang pagmamahal. Salamat po sa isa na namang taong magtatapos. Ganun din sa lahat ng mga kaalamang aming natutunan. Salamat po sa aming mga magulang, sa kanilang walang sawang pagsasakripisyo at pagmamahal sa amin. Salamat po sa aming mga guro, punong guro at iba pang pinuno ng paaralan, sa kanilang walang kapagurang pagtuturo sa amin ng iba't ibang kaalaman at kagandahang asal. Salamat po sa aming mga kamag-aral at kaibigan, sa kanilang pagbibigay buhay sa aming paglalakbay. Salamat po sa aming mahal na paaralan, sa kanyang pag-aaruga at pagbibigay ng pangalawang tahanan. Panginoon, marami po kaming pinagdaanan. Sa loob ng ilang taon, iba't ibang uri ng problema ang aming naranasan. Naniniwala po kami, Ama, na sa aming paglalakbay sa buhay, may mga pagsubok kaming kailangang lampasan. Bagamat minsan ay gusto naming magtago, alam naming hindi ito maaaring takasan. Sapagkat sa iyong karunungan, ang mga bagyo, pasakit at mga paghihirap na ito ang siyang magiging daan upang kami ay mas maging matatag at mabuting nilalang. Salamat po sa pag-antabay sa amin. Taos puso po kaming humihingi ng tawad sa lahat ng aming kasalanan. Ang mga ito po ay bunga ng aming karupukan. Tulungan ninyo po kaming hanapin ang kapayapaan at yakapin ang kabutihan. Sa araw pong ito ng aming pagtatapos, lubos po kaming nagpapasalamat sa inyo. Buksanin niyo po ang aming mga mata upang makita ang kagandahan sa aming paligid. Buksan niyo po ang aming mga tenga sa pakikinig sa lahat ng mga mensaheng ibibigay sa pagtitipong ito. Naniniwala po kami na ito ay galing sa inyo. Buksan niyo rin po ang aming mga isipan upang piliin naming matutunan ang mga bagay na naaayon sa inyong kagustuhan. Higit sa lahat, buksan niyo po ang aming mga puso para mas lalo naming mahalin ang mga bagay na ipinagkakaloob niyo sa amin, katulad ng aming pag-aaral. Sa amin po mga gagawing desisyon sa hinaharap, patuloy niyo po kaming gabayan. Naway gawin mo kaming mga instrumento upang ang inyong pag-ibig ay patuloy na mananatili sa lahat ng panahon ng aming buhay. Lahat pong ito ay aming ipinapanalangin sa ngalan ng iyong anak na si Jesus. Amen. Sa ngalan ng Ama at ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Tribes, we raise your banner high, and let your mighty name ring. Maroons and gold, we let them fly, as your anthem we keep singing. Our Candon city division, ever caring to build the nation. Quality education, full fulfilling your vision, mission. This great world may keep on changing. Your truth always remains the same. As time becomes more challenging, we join our hands to bring you fame. School's division of Candon City, you are ever great and mighty. To you we pledge our loyalty. We can do it, Candon City. School's division of Candon City, you are ever great and mighty. To you we pledge our loyalty. We can do it, Candon City.
Our education program specialist 2 in ALS, Mr. Reynaldo V. Magayayan Jr., will give his words of welcome to each and everyone.
It is with great honor and privilege to welcome every one of you in this virtual completion ceremony of the Alternative Learning System of the Schools Division of Candon City. Today marks another milestone in the lives of our ALS learners. Moreover, this is the time to celebrate our collective efforts, struggles, and successes in the delivery and implementation of the different programs of the Alternative Learning System. After almost 2 years of waiting, brought by the suspension of the administration of accreditation and equivalency tests caused by this COVID-19 pandemic, we are able to overcome and qualify our learners as passers through other means of assessment, the presentation portfolio assessment set by the Department of Education. Our team this year, strengthening the quality of education amidst COVID-19 pandemic, distinguishes our strength as individuals who cannot be stunned by even the toughest challenges. We have proven that working together for a common vision, we are a fleet of strong-willed persons who cannot be persuaded and discouraged by problems. That despite our adherence to varied ways of life, we have shown how united we can in advancing common agenda in education. We have our share in realizing our ultimate goal of producing holistically developed ALS graduates. And so, on behalf of the Alternative Learning System of the Schools Division of Candon City, I would like to welcome every one of you in this first ever virtual completion ceremony. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, sir, for that overwhelming words of welcome.
May we also listen to messages of greetings coming from our DepEd officials, led by DepEd Secretary Leonor Mactolis-Biones, to be followed by Regional Director of DepEd Region 1, Dr. Tolentino Aquino, and SDO officials and personnel of SDO Candon City. Let's watch this.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically. where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded, in addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work, because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
It is with great pleasure and admiration that I convey my best wishes and profound felicitations to all the graduates, completers, and academic awardees of the school year 2020-2021. The efforts you have exerted to accomplish your academic tasks in the difficult times are something worthy of praises. Graduation and moving up ceremonies are the much awaited events in the life of every learner as they represent the
the golden times of reaching higher education and achieving dreams and aspirations. Definitely, the road you have taken is rough, but all the struggles are worth considering as they are the first few steps that will define your future success. Indeed, finishing this challenging school year during these trying times of COVID-19 pandemic is remarkable since it has been inevitable to face and accept the new normal landscape of education. It has been a school year of extraordinary hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, learners, and parents in dealing and coping with chosen learning delivery modality to meet the most essential educational requirements. While it is admittedly difficult, you may take it positively as you have been given the opportunity to adapt to difficulties that have strengthened your innate potentials. Likewise, the incessant motivation and support of parents towards the seemingly thorny road to success caused by the global health crisis, as well as the strict obedience to various health and safety protocols, have enormously pitched in to this moment of your graduation and completion. My dear graduates, completers, and awardees, you have just marked another significant milestone in your continued quest for excellence and successful future. Certainly, more challenges will still come your way. However, to hurdle this, you should stay focused and always remember that your dreams are within reach when you are determined and committed to realize them. My beloved parents, community officials, and other stakeholders, accept our heartfelt gratitude for the victory we have achieved today. Thank you for being an effective and efficient partners of the Department of Education in the implementation of distance learning. Your untiring support is a deeper reflection of the unconditional love you have bestowed to the learners through the years. Undoubtedly, you have greatly taken part in realizing the goals and objectives of DepEd's pivot to quality education under the Sulong Kalidad program. Our sincere commendations to all our DepEd officials, the school administrators, faculty members, and non-teaching staff for providing the highest degree of service para sa bata, para sa bayan. Finally, with this happy celebration of your graduation and completion, it is with confidence to say that you have given our team for this year, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, a very special meaning. Congratulations and have a wonderful graduation day and moving up ceremonies.
To our stakeholders and partners in education, we gladly invite you to join us in celebrating gratitude and greatness, the achievement of our children, and the success of our learners. Let me quote our Secretary of the Department of Education, Professor Leonor Briones. Indeed, it takes the entire nation to raise our children. And in that endeavor, we thank all of you, my dear parents, our dear teachers, school heads, personnel, partners, stakeholders, and all of you for believing and keeping faith with us amidst these challenges. Education must continue no matter what has been realized.
To face all the new challenges, the Department of Education had to come up with creative and appropriate interventions to make sure that public service continues and that we will continue to fulfill our mandate. That is, to make sure that learning continues among all our learners. Today, my friends and colleagues, we all celebrate that success.
This school year has been tough and challenging, not only for us educators, but most especially for you, learners. There were lots of sacrifices made on our parts, efforts, and time dedicated to get through this school.
This is the second year where graduation rites are done virtually, but this does not diminish the impact nor the main reason for celebration, which is your graduation. They say there is no elevator in education. You have to take the stairs.
You have completed another journey in your lives amidst this pandemic, one step higher than before. With you reaching this far means that you have done your part as learners and exerted much effort to attend your online classes properly and finish your modules on time.
The quality of education may be different from that of the face-to-face modality, but still, our dedication to provide you the best is intact from start up to the end.
Continue chasing your dreams. Just like what Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams.
Never stop learning. Always have the eagerness to learn new things and apply them in your life.
No matter how hard life knocks you down, always have the courage to stand and move forward towards your dream.
Take all these learnings that you had from school and apply them in the real world.
We also acknowledge our stakeholders, especially our partners from LGU,
for the shared efforts in the success of Tulong Hikap program of our division.
With this partnership and cooperation from everyone, we are geared towards leading the SDO's vision to continuously improve itself to better serve its stakeholders.
The mission in providing quality, equitable, culture-based, and complete quality education. We are grateful to everyone who have extended their support in the attainment of our goals.
And now, our young graduates are the living proof that we have surpassed all the challenges in delivering quality education during this pandemic school year.
As we are propelled by the Bayanihan spirit, let us continue strengthening the quality of education during this crisis and even beyond.
Congratulations, dear graduates, and God bless on your new journey.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the messages of our DepEd officials.
At this point, let us witness the presentation of SDO officials, school heads, and ALS teachers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness the main highlight of today's event.
To do the honors in presenting the candidates for graduation and completion, may we have our very own Chief Education Supervisor of the Curriculum Implementation Division, Mr. Ernesto B. Aquino Jr.
After which, the acceptance, confirmation, and message of our Schools Division Superintendent, Mr. Anselmo R. Aludino.
The Schools Division Superintendent, Mr. Anselmo R. Aludino, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation and completion, composed of 14 elementary, 11 of which are boys and 3 are girls, and 223 junior high school, 156 of which are boys and 67 are girls, of the alternative learning system for school year 2019-2022 and previous years. I hereby certify that they have satisfactorily completed all the requirements prescribed by the alternative learning system of the Department of Education. May I therefore recommend them for your confirmation, sir.
With pride and gladness, I recognize the presentation and recommendation of the Chief Education Supervisor of the Curriculum Implementation Division for Alternative Learning System Focal Person, Mr. Ernesto Aquino Jr. and Sir Reynaldo Mangayayam Jr. the herein candidates for completion for their confirmation. By the authority vested in me by the Secretary of the Department of Education, Leonor Magtolis Briones, I hereby confirm and proclaim you completers of the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum for the Alternative Learning System, elementary and junior high school level for school year 2019-2020 with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations!
Thank you, sirs, and congratulations to all the graduates and completers.
And now, let us witness the awarding of certificates to the graduates and completers.
Prior to the conduct of this virtual completion ceremony, the implementers, together with the school heads and other SDO officials, have facilitated the awarding of certificates ahead to the learners in their CLCs as per guideline released by the Department of Education on the last week of June 2021 as per DepEd Memorandum Number OUCI 2021-049.
Rest assured that upon awarding and taking of pictures and videos during the said activity, the minimum health standards and protocols set by IATF have been followed and strictly observed.
And so, let's welcome the graduates and completers in the awarding of their certificates.
The elementary graduates:
Acopido Benito,
Ancheta Chrysler,
Camcam Mary Grace,
De La Cruz Clarissa S,
Dayong Cyrus Rafael G,
Gabon Emil,
Gasilos Denmark V,
Caldones Ronel G,
Malano Jess Melvin,
Rosales Mark Angelo E,
Taniedo Mark King P,
Taniedo Miguel P,
Valdez Jenaline A,
Virusel Raimundo Jr.,
Junior High School completers:
Abad EJ C,
Angelica D.
Aben Dimver O.
Asyong Sweti Alfina P.
Aguado Jennifer J.
Alcantara Murray David.
Alcantara Domingo Jr. B.
Algas Joshua G.
Alvarez Maria Victoria P.
Ancheta Jerry Chris.
Ancheta Evangeline G.
Apilado Edgar Jr. S.
Arubio Maria Lucia C.
Aviles Brian G.
Baclayen John Vincent B.
Baesa Christine Joy Q.
Balala Ronaline G.
Basangen Edmar Josue G.
Batara Norhamida.
Bautista Aljulin L.
Bautista Annabel M.
Benagen Dick B.
Berzabal John Philip G.
Versaval Raven R.
Versaval Wilmelu R.
Bilway Jimmy L.
Bilway Joe L.
Bilway Lori May S.
Briones Christopher G.
Buemio Jayron A.
Kabagbag Venus D.
Kabato John Alfred B.
Kalindas J. R.
Kaplis Mark V.
Caraveo Deshery May D.
Kasia Edel Paul B.
Cayetano Jonel Kenneth D.
Siriaco Franklin Melay.
Concepcion Bonbon B.
Concepcion Marjo D.
Conte Larry Jr. G.
Cortez Karen V.
Cortez Eddie Joe S.
Custodio Allen.
Custodio RJ H.
Dangtayan Nestor P. III.
The Twin Antonio J.
Datuin Felarica J.
De Castro Efren Jr. B.
De Guzman Armando.
De Guzman Roel G.
De Vera Jordan G.
Del Rosario Eva B.
Del Rosario Rosel N.
Del La Cruz Annalyn M.
De La Cruz John Derrick R.
La Cruz Mark Lester C.
De La Rosa Peter Paul.
De Los Reyes Nusca V.
Dolor Mary Ann.
Donato Mario Jr. P.
Dugo Julius G.
Dumsing Jr. Domingo B.
Escobar Charlene M.
Estores Kimber S.
Estores Kimberly S.
Estrada Vanessa V.
Forte Ivan.
Pontilla Dwight Aldos Gabriel G.
Gabaon Clyde Gino L.
Gabayan Harvey B.
Gabayan Jerlan B.
Gabayan Rogelio G.
Gabor Rolando Jr. P.
Gacosan Wilfredo Jr. I.
Gakusan Reden G.
Gakusana Ray G.
Gakutan Fred Jr. J.
Gatingan Nobalin.
Galong Allen B.
Gagarin Jairus Unyo G.
Galano Willard R.
Galanto Maricel D.
Galanto Rodney S.
Galanto Ben Justin G.
Galdones Raymar G.
Galicia Adonis Jr. G.
Galicia Mark N.
Galimba Chudora G.
Galinato Denmark.
Galingan Heaven Isaac P.
Galliano Sherwin G.
Galieto Lionel A.
Galope Babylin D.
Galos Angelo.
Galoso Jason.
Galot Jason L.
Galvez Nemia G.
Gamer John Eric H.
Gamoso Dennis V.
Ganabo Isa Joy M.
Ganabo Joyce C.
Ganasias Angel B.
Ganado Ralph Reagan C.
Ganapong Ronald G.
Garcia Charlotte S.
Garcia Chelsea Marie S.
Garnase Jana Marie T.
Garino JRC.
Giolagon Cherry Rose Ann T.
Gonzalo Hazel C.
Gorgonio Owen W.
Gorospe Christian Carl.
Gray Christian Angelo R.
Haban Jonathan A.
Habon Mario Jr. B.
Habon Jaime Junior C.
Hernandez Joshua Jebrel R.
Ignacio Kobe Brian G.
Isidro Maria Erica M.
Lakap Josephine M.
Lalata Diana Rose G.
Lalata Denver.
Langway Marilyn C.
Laureano Cedric G.
Laurentino Alvin D.
Laweng John Mark C.
Lendio Mark Joseph S.
Limon Genesis A.
Lianes Lovelyn B.
Lopez Joy.
Lopez Renren A.
Lucena Rodel G.
Lumakang Joyce Ann G.
Mago Freddy Yuan C.
Malidom Shanimar Aizel D.
Mangay Ayam Jonathan V.
Mangornong Mai.
Manzano Jefferson B.
Manzano Jefferson E.
Manzano Joey T.
Manzano Ronel V.
Manzano Jericho C.
Manzano Jeric G.
Marquez Dominic I.
Marquez J. Leonard H.
Marquez Rogelio Junior C.
Masarate Sherwin L.
Masaway Carmelo.
Mendoza Florence John S.
Miguel Mark V.
Molina Jennifer P.
Molina Monica F.
Montilla Jomari M.
Nya John Peter M.
Ordinario Rapunzel M.
Orfiano Jobelil L.
Orpilia Carl Johnson.
Publico John Lloyd F.
Padillion Joy G.
Pasqua Marvin A.
Pasqua Isagani Oliver C.
Pasqua Jao G.
Pasqua Jefferson B.
Pasqua Jerome O.
Pasqua Mark Lester V.
Pespes Ardi P.
Ricardal Jake Ryan.
Pido Christopher L.
Pitong Melvin C.
Evander Q.
Pumado Mike L.
Puyong Mary Grace O.
Kilario Rona R.
Kimson Dexter G.
Kinlat Dindo Junior G.
Tisora Hidi P.
Kisora Riza P.
Asiles Lawrence D.
Punton Annalyn J.
Raguro John Stephen G.
Pires Kenneth C.
Ramirez Marilu L.
Ramos Abrix Jerbil S.
Ramos Fredimar V.
Ramos John Michael S.
Ramos Keith Bryan.
Ramos Melvin.
Ramos Richard.
Ricarte Romel.
Rindon Marvin B.
Rindon Mertlito Jr. B.
Robiso Denver B.
Romero Mylene D.
Ruar Mark Angelo A.
Ruiz Clarence T.
Rosja Justin Kyle U.
Sabalo Fredimar.
Samporna Hakim S.
Santiago Ivy Joy F.
Solim Domingo A.
Tejada Almajoy G.
Tejada Mariel G.
Tejada Rose Ann V.
Tingdan Joshua M.
Toquero Eri L.
Torres Napoleon Y.
Tudayan Gabriel P. Tudayan Lourdes P.
Valdez Geraldine.
Valdez John Eric B.
Valdez Jobelin R.
Valdez Mark Steven V.
Valdez Monica I.
Valdez Rainier Joseph G.
Valdez Winabel J. V.
Valdez JB G.
Valora Alexis G.
Vega Judy Ann D.
Velasquez Hernan Nicole White.
Viernes Justin Paul G.
And Yupanko Danred G.
Thank you and congratulations once again, graduates and completers.
We are lucky today because we have a special woman who will deliver her words of encouragement and wisdom to all our graduates and completers, our guest of honor and speaker.
To know more about her, May we hear from Mr. Wilbert Aguinaldo, an arts teacher, to do the honor in introducing our guest of honor and speaker.
A pleasant day to all. It is with distinct honor and privilege to introduce to you our guest of honor and speaker for this year's virtual ALS graduation and completion ceremony. Our guest of honor is an ALS passer in the year 2012. She is from Kinmaril, Salcedo, Ilocos. She took up her elementary education at Santo Tomas Elementary School, Santo Tomas, Candon City in the year 2009. After graduation in the elementary, she continued her secondary education at Santo Tomas National High School in the year 2011, but she did not finish her study due to financial problems. In the succeeding year, she enrolled in alternative learning system under the accreditation and equivalency program, secondary level, under yours truly as her teacher. In that year also, after finishing and completing the required competencies and qualified her to take the ALE test, she successfully passed the said accreditation exam, which prompted her to continue her studies in the tertiary level in the year 2012. She took up Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Filipino in the year 2012 at North Luzon, Philippines State College and graduated in the year 2016. She took the licensure examination for teachers in 2016 and passed the said examination. At present, she was hired as Junior High School Teacher 1 at Salcedo National High School, Schools Division of Ilocos. Our guest of honor for today has attended several trainings and seminars like Estratehiya sa Pagtuturo ng Pilipino, sponsored by DepEd and others. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to present to you one of the prides of alternative learning system and my former learner. Let's give a virtual applause to our guest of honor and speaker, no other than Miss Alpa Daogas.
Ayan, isang magandang buhay po sa lahat ng mga guro. Mas magandang buhay din po para sa mga magulang at kamag-anak ng mga graduating students na nanonood sa pagkakataong ito. At isang maligayang bati naman para sa mga magsisipagtapos sa araw na ito. Alam kong labis na nagagalak ang mga mag-aaral na magsisipagtapos sa panuruang taon na ito dahil sa kabila ng pandemya nararanasan natin ay patuloy pa rin nilang iginapang ang kanilang pag-aaral. Hindi madali para sa lahat ang magpatuloy sa pag-aaral. Ngayon lalo't ganito ang sitwasyong kinakaharap ng bawat isa. So bago ako magpatuloy sa aking talumpati, gusto ko munang pasalamatan ang mga guro sa ALS para sa pag-imbita sa akin bilang inyong panuuhing pandangal sa araw ng inyong pagtatapos. Isang napakalaking karangalan ang mabigyan ng pagkakataon upang magbigay ng mensahe sa mga magtatapos ngayon. At nakakatuwang isipin na isa na ako ngayon sa mga pagbibigay ng mensahe sa mga magtatapos. Dahil kagaya ninyo, isa din ako sa mga produkto ng ALS. Ako ay mapalad na nakapasa sa pagsusulit ng ALS taong 2013 at ngayon ay kasalukuyang nagtuturo sa Salcedo National High School bilang guro sa asignaturang Filipino. Nung tawagin ako nila Sir Kerubin at sinabi na ako ang magbibigay ng mensahe sa inyong pagtatapos, labis akong kinabahan. At sasabihin ko sana na hindi pa ako handa. Ngunit dahil wala pa naman ako masyadong may babahagi sa inyo, ngunit naisip ko na mabuti rin na ako ang hinanyayahan upang maibahagi ko ang hamon na pinagdaanan ko habang ako ay nag-aaral. Noong nakita ko na isa ako sa mga mapalad na nakapasa sa pagsusulit, labis akong natuwa dahil mag-aaral na ako sa kolehiyo. Hindi ko lang talaga may paliwanag na ganun pala ang pakiramdam noong pumasa ako sa exam. Sa bahay noon, hindi ko sinabi na magtitake ako ng exam sa ALS. Kaya sinabi ko na lamang noong nakapasa ako. At noong nalaman na nila, sinabi na nila na ako ay pupunta sa NLPSC upang mag-enroll. At ang kursong kinuha ko doon ay Bachelor of Secondary Education. So unang taon ko sa kolehiyo, hindi ko malilimutan. Pagkat sobrang nanginginig yung buong katawan ko dahil wala akong ni isang kaibigan o kakilala sa paaralang pinasukan ko. So tuwing hapon, naiiyak na lang ako. Kasi iba na yung environment na ginagalawan ko. Hindi na katulad noong high school. Ngunit pinilit ko ang sarili ko na harapin ang mga hamon. Paulit-ulit kong sinabi sa sarili ko na kayang-kaya ko. Kasi kailangan kong makipagsabayan sa aking mga kamag-aral. Pati sa mga lessons ay kailangan kong pag-aralan ng maigi. Hanggat sa natapos ko ang unang semestre, isa naman ako sa mga nakapag-survive at naipasa ko rin ang TAT. Kasi yung TAT, ito yung tinatawag nila, Teacher Aptitude Test. Hanggang sa hindi ko na malayan na nakapagtapos na ako sa pag-aaral at matagumpay akong nakapasok sa mundo ng pagtuturo. So marami akong napagdaan ng pagsusulit. Ngunit lahat ng mga pagsusulit na iyon ang nagturo sa akin upang mas lalong maging matatag at magpatuloy sa aking mga pangarap. Ngayon ay patuloy pa rin ako nag-aaral at pinagpapatuloy ko ang aking pag-aaral sa UNT. Dahil ang pagiging guro ay patuloy na pagkatuto at walang sawang pagbibigay ng pagmamahal sa mga mag-aaral. Alam kong mahirap ang mag-aral, ngunit sabi nga nila, mas mahirap ang walang pinag-aralan. Ang pagtatapos nyo ito ay bahagi ng unti-unti ninyong pag-abot sa pangarap ninyo. Kaya habang may oras, habang may taong gustong tumulong, habang malakas ka, mag-aral ka. Samantalahin mo yung pagkakataon, lalo't napasama ka sa mga magtatapos sa araw nito. Naway hindi rin hadlang ang kahirapan sa buhay upang hindi magpatuloy sa pag-aaral. Luma na kasi ang linyang yan. Ngayon marami na ang nagpatunay na hindi hadlang ang kahirapan upang maudlot ang pangarap sa buhay. At para po sa mga magulang na nakikibahagi ngayon, nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyo at binabati ko kayo dahil sa wakas, makakapagtapos na rin sila sa kanilang pag-aaral. Mga magulang, hindi po magtatagumpay sa buhay ang mga magsisipagtapos sa araw na ito kung hindi dahil sa inyo. Naniniwala po ako na hindi talaga nila kakayaning mag-isa kahit pa sabihin may sarili na silang desisyon sa buhay. Ilang taon mula ngayon. Kung naging sakit man sila ng ulo ninyo sa mga nagdaang taon para pagsikapan ang kanilang pag-aaral, naway magkaroon pa po kayo ng mas mahabang pasensya para sa kanila. Alam ko pong hindi madaling humanap ng pera, lalo't hindi naman lahat tayo ay angat sa buhay. Salamat po sa inyong mahabang pasensya. Pasensya po. Pero sana maging mas pasensyoso pa rin tayo sa kanila sa darating pang mga taon. Huwag po sana kayong panghinaan ng loob sa pagpapaaral sa kanila. Sana po maging matatag kayo dahil sa inyo po sila humuhugot ng lakas ng loob para harapin ang pagsubok na darating sa kanila. Naway tayo ang unang taong maniwala sa kanilang kakayanan. Bago ko tapusin ang aking talumpati, mag-iwan ako ng isang mensahe mula sa napanood kong cartoon movie na pinamagatang The Good Dinosaur. Face your fear to see the beauty of the other side. Huwag mong ikulong ang sarili mo sa kinalalagyan mo ngayon. Mangarap ka, tuparin mo ang iyong pangarap, at balang araw, maging bahagi ka na rin na inspirasyon ng iba sa pagtupad ng kanilang pangarap. Muli, maligayang bati sa mga magtatapos ngayong taon. Maraming salamat at binabati ko kayong lahat.
Such a wonderful sharing coming from our guest speaker, Miss Alpha Daogas, a former ALS passer and now a teacher of Salcedo National High School, DepEd Ilocos Division, our guest of honor and speaker. Thank you very much, ma'am.
And now, the virtual awarding of Certificate of Recognition to our guest of honor and speaker, Ms. Alpha Daogas. Let me read to you the content of the certificate. Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 1, Schools Division of Candon City, awards this Certificate of Recognition to Ms. Alpha Daogas for her invaluable contribution extended as guest of honor and speaker during the virtual completion ceremony of Alternative Learning System of the Schools Division of Candon City held on July 16, 2021. Signed, Anselmo R. Aludino, Schools Division Superintendent.
Let us hear testimonies coming from our completers. Let's watch this.
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Ako po si Venice Dagdagi Kabagbag, 20 taong gulang. Nakatira po ako sa Barangay Pilar, Santa Cruz, Ilocos. Ipinanganak po ako noong September 18, 2000 sa Lepanto, Mangkayan, Pinto. Ang aking mga magulang po ay si Ginoong Orencio Kabagbag na isa pong retired mechanical welder sa isang pribadong kumpanya sa Benguet. At ang aking mama naman ay si Ginang Fatima Kabagbag na isang housewife. Siya po ay taga Mountain Province. Huminto po ako sa aking pag-aaral dahil nagkaroon po ako ng PCOS o yung tinatawag na Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. Sa unang pagkakataon po na nararamdaman ko na po yung sintomas, hindi naman po gano'n kalala. Hanggang po sa tumagal, sobrang sakit na po ng ulo ko, nahihilo na po ako at sobrang sakit na rin po ng aking puso. Kaya po ako nagliliban-liban sa klase at nagdulot po ng pagbaba ng aking grado. Naranasin ko rin pong kutsain ng mga tao sa paligid ko na bakit daw po ako magkakasakit, malusog naman daw po ako. Which is parang dinamdam ko rin po kasi nagiging yung emosyon ko po hindi ko na po nakokontrol. Hindi ko na pong iniisip bakit ako yung nagkaroon ng sakit, bakit ang dami ko pong bakit na hindi man lang po maintindihan ng iba. Kaya po dumating na po sa point na nag-drop na po ako sa school kasi hiyang-hiya na po ako. Hindi ko na po mahanap yung sarili ko at makapag-concentrate na makapag-aral. Kaya po ako nag-drop. Pero nung nag-drop na po ako, doon na po ako inatake ng depression kasi nga po hindi ko po matanggap na ako po yung nag-stop na sa pag-aaral. Hanggang sa unti-unti na pong nawawala na ako na hindi ko na kayang bumangon sa umaga. Depressed na po talaga ako. Akala ko po hindi ko na po yung malalampasan pero salamat kay mama kasi lagi po siyang nandiyan para sa akin. Siya po yung laging nagmamotivate sa akin noon na anak, kaya mo yan, napapagkaganon po. Kaya po, nalampasan ko po yung depression. Sa ikalawang pagkakataon naman po na huminto ako sa pag-aaral yung mama ko naman po yung nagkaroon ng sakit. May tumupong bukol dun sa tuhod niya at hindi po namin alam kung saan po nanggaling at kung saan po siya nagmula or anong dahilan po ng pagkakasakit or pagtubo ng bukol dun sa tuhod ni mama. Hanggang po napagpasyaan na lang po namin na magpa-laboratory para malaman yung sakit ni mama. Pero ang problema na naman po, pasukan na noon. Sa pangalawang pagkakataon, gusto ko po sana ulit mag-enroll bilang grade 9 kasi nga po marami na po akong bakasyon at okay naman na po yung nararamdaman ko dahil naggagamot naman na din po ako. Pero sadyang mapaglaro po yung tadhana. Yung mama ko naman po yung sinusubok ng sakit. Wala po siyang pwedeng kasama sa pagpunta sa hospital kaya sabi ko, Mama, ako na lang sasama sa'yo kasi hindi naman pwede si ate kasi nasa 3rd year college na siya. Sorry po, nagiging emotional po ako sa inyo kasi talaga pong napakahirap po. Yung point na laging umiiyak yung mama ko sa gabi, hindi po siya nakakatulog kasi nga po inaatake siya nung sakit dun sa paa niya. Hindi po namin ma-share yung pain na nararamdaman ng mama namin, which is yun po yung pinakamasakit na part sa buhay namin. Na kahit gusto namin siyang tulungan, hindi naman po namin siya matulungan. Kaya po, Nagpa-laboratory po kami, kailangan niya po ng kasama. Ako na lang po yung sumama sa kanya. Dumating din po sa point na lamas-pasok po kami sa hospital dahil nga po sa mga ginagawang test kay mama. Na hindi naman po nila masabi kung saan po talaga kung saan or ano po ba talaga yung sakit ni mama. Hanggang ngayon po, hindi pa rin po nakakalakad ang aking mama. Naka-walker po siya para po siya ay makapaglakad. Kaya po sa pangalawang pagkakataon na ako nag-stop sa pag-aaral, hindi ko po yung pinagsisisihan dahil para po iyon sa aking mama. Dahil wala po akong hindi pwedeng gawin or kayang gawin para sa mama ko para lang po siya ay gumaling. Nakapag-enroll po ako sa ALS dahil po nalaman ko po ito sa balita at na-encourage po ako sa mga kwento ng mga kapwa ko estudyante na nag-stop dahil sa mga problemang kanilang kinakaharap. At nakahanap po ako ng ALS Center doon po sa Candon kung saan po ako nag-enroll bilang isang high school level. Doon ko po naging teacher si Ginang Castro o si Ma'am Erica Castro. Sa amin pong pag-aaral sa ALS, gumagamit po kami ng worksheets sa pagsagot sa mga activities na aming ginagawa. At nahahasa rin po ang aming kooperasyon at creativity kung meron po kaming group work na gagawin. Kaya lang dahil po dito sa pandemya ating kinakaharap ngayon, hindi ko po nakompleto ang aking portfolio. Marami po akong kulang. Buti na lang po at tinulungan po ako ng aking guro sa pamamagitan ng pagpapasa online ng aking mga hindi natapos na activity para aking sagutan para makompleto ko po ang aking portfolio. Habang kinokompleto ko po ang aking portfolio, hindi po ako tumigil sa pagdarasal na sana po makapasa po kami lahat. Sana po matapos na rin po ang pandemya para makabalik na po tayo sa dati nating mga ginagawa sa buhay nung wala pa pong pandemya. Dininig naman po ng Panginoon yung isa ko pong kahilingan sa Kanya, yun po ay yung makapagtapos kami at pumasa po kami sa ALS. Pumasa po kaming lahat sa tulong ng Panginoon at sa tulong po ng mga taong sumubaybay sa amin. Gusto ko pong magpasalamat unang-una sa Panginoon dahil po sa Kanya na natapos po namin ang aming pag-aaral at sa Kanyang unconditional love sa ating lahat. Pangalawa po, gusto ko pong magpasalamat sa bumubuo ng ALS nang dahil po sa programang ito, natupad po namin ang aming mga pangarap. Isa na po rito yung makapagtapos kami sa pag-aaral. Maraming salamat po sa inyong programa. Napakalaking tulong po ito sa amin. Pagpalain po kayo ng Diyos sa inyong mga ginagawa para sa amin na nasa out of school youth. Pangatlo po, gusto ko po pasalamatan ang aking mabait, masipag, mapagmahal na guro na si Ginang Erica Castro na itunuring ko na rin po ang isang pamilya. Ma'am, salamat sa iyo ng marami. At higit po sa lahat, gusto ko pong pasalamatan ang aking pamilya, ang aking mama, ang aking papa, ang aking ate Katrina, ang aking ate Divine. Salamat sa pagsusuporta kay Bunso, sa pagtitiwalang makakatapos rin ako. Salamat sa inyo, mahal na mahal po kayo. Wala pong salita ang makapagsasabi kung gaano po ako ka-thankful sa inyong lahat na tumulong sa akin at nag-motivate para ako po ay makapagtapos. Sa aking mga kasamahan din po na nag-stop or mga kapwa ko po estudyante na marami pong problema kinakaharap, ang masasabi ko po sa inyo or sa atin, huwag po tayong tumigil. Hindi po hadlang ang edad, estado sa buhay, problema sa pamilya or sa buhay para po tayo ay mag-stop sa pag-aaral. Gawin po natin itong motibasyon para ipagpatuloy po ang ating buhay at mas maging malakas po tayo sa pang-araw-araw natin. Na pagtiwala po tayo na sa darating na mga araw, magtatagumpayin po tayo sa tamang oras at sa tamang panahon sa tulong ng Panginoong Diyos. Dahil sabi nga po nila, wala pong imposible sa ating Panginoon. At ang Panginoon lang po ang pwede nating sandigan ngayon sa panahon ng pandemya. Magtiwala lang po tayo sa Panginoon at malalampasan din po natin lahat itong ating mga problema sa ating mga buhay. Gusto ko rin pong magpasalamat ulit sa ALS Candon na siyang nagbigay sa akin ng opportunity na makapagtapos ngayon. Binigyan po nila ako ng isang bagong pag-asa. na makakamit ko rin balang araw ang aking minimithing mga pangarap sa buhay. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at pagpalain po kayo ng Panginoong Diyos. Magandang umaga po ulit. Maraming salamat po. Dahil kasi nga po,
Hallelujah! Isang mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat. Ako ay si Teodora Galimba, 59 na taong gulang, pangalawa sa 8 magkakapatid. Ako'y isang PWD, nakatira sa Lalong 2nd, Candon City, Ilocos. Ang aking mga magulang ay sina Justino Galimba Sr. at Julita Galimba. Huminto ako sa aking pag-aaral dahil sa aking kapansanan. Nahihirapan akong maglakad at sumakay papuntang school. Kaya hanggang grade 6 lang ang natapos ko. Sa aking pag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 6, kabilang ako sa top 10 pupils na nabibigyan ng parangal tuwing closing exercise. Nalaman ko ang ALS sa aking kapatid na siyang nag-encourage sa akin na mag-enroll dito. At ganun na nga ang nangyari. Nag-enroll ako sa kagustuhan kong makatapos din ako ng high school. Dahil sa pandemyang nararanasan natin ngayon, ang aking pag-aaral sa ALS ay modular. Ito ay aking pinag-aralang mabuti, binasa at pinagpursigihang sinagutan ang mga katanungan hanggang matapos ito. Una sa lahat, lubos kong pinasasalamatan ang Panginoong Diyos. Gayon din po ang aking mga kapamilya na siyang sumuporta at tumulong sa akin upang makamit ang tagumpay kong ito. At pinasasalamatan ko din ng lubos ang masipag at matyagang teacher ko na si Sir Spurgeon Saludar Jr. Salamat Sir, God bless you. Sa mga out of school youth na hindi nakapagtapos ng pag-aaral, ito na ang pagkakataong tapusin din ninyo ang naudlot na pag-aaral. Samantalahin nyo na, mag-enroll na kayo sa ALS. Masisipag at mababait ang mga teacher na nagtuturo dito. Sa mga bumubuo ng ALS sa Candon, maraming salamat po. God bless po sa inyong lahat. Dahil sa inyong tiyaga at sipag, marami po kayong natutulungang gaya ko na hindi nakapagtapos sa iba't ibang level ng pag-aaral. Maraming salamat po.
Good day, everyone. I am Maria Lucia Culcol Arubio, a 19 years old residing at Bagar, Candon City, a daughter of Marilyn Arubio. I grew up thinking the biggest challenge of my life in poverty. This is due to the fact that I became early aware of the poor conditions of my family is facing ever since. At my young age, I witnessed how every day is a battle for my mother and father. And not long after, when I reached 11 years old, we lost our loving father. It was already tough for us to survive financially. The loss of my father made our family greatly suffered from poverty. As the saying goes, the right to education is a fundamental human right. I was grateful that my parents were able to send me to school, considering our social status not until when I was in grade 8. My mother decided to go to abroad as a overseas contract worker just to provide our daily needs. But the problem is, when my mother left us, there was no one around to take care good of my younger siblings. To hire a nanny is impossible, since we don't have money to pay her. It was hard for me, since there was only 2 months left to finish my grade 8. Thus, I decided to stop my education and focus myself in taking good care of my younger siblings. I can still clearly remember all the hardships that I suffered and encountered when I was still in my junior high school. Due to lack of money, I used to walk 30 minutes every day in going to school and going back home. There was a time that I went home with all my clothes and bag wet because I couldn't afford to pay for transportation on a rainy afternoon. Alternative learning system changed my educational career. At first, I hesitated to enter to this program because I already accepted the fact that I couldn't study anymore. But because of the encouragement I received from my loved ones, so I grabbed the opportunity. I registered and enrolled in this program at Santa Lucia North Central School, but I didn't pass. But this one didn't stop me from trying, so for the second time, I registered and entered in this program again at Barangay Bagar, Candon City. Finally, I am happy to tell you that I successfully passed in this ALS program with the guidance of our Lord Almighty and the help of my teachers. I really want to thank God for He did not abandon me during this journey. I want also to thank to my mother, Marilyn Arubio, and to Mr. and Mrs. Rolando Gamuso because of their unending love and support in my life and academic journey. Thanks also to Mr. Joey B. Catolico, who assisted and guided me in my schoolworks. To all my loved ones and friends, thank you for all the encouragements and advices that you gave me. All this made me what I am today. To all the individuals who stopped from their schooling to poverty and other reasons, don't lose hope. Because there is what we call alternative learning system. As the saying goes, nasa ALS ang pag-asa. It may be hard at the first, but trust the process. You will be enjoying study in ALS not only because of the excitement brought by the program, but you can meet different friends with different stories that are very inspirational. With ALS, you can correct and make new paths of our life that will eventually make us successful someday. To ALS Candon, thank you for shaping up your students, Mr. Ray Mangayayam Jr. and Mr. Joey Catolico. Thank you for giving us another chance to change our paths. The world is ours to shape, and we have the power to create a better future. As we step up to another phase of life, there are greater challenges to everyone, but bear in mind that our resiliency and character has been proven invincible. As long as we have a strong will, we are unstoppable force. Again, thank you very much and good day.
Thank you very much to our dear completers for sharing your stories to all our viewers. Congratulations once again.
That concludes our virtual ceremony, ladies and gentlemen.
And to end, may we take this opportunity to thank everyone who unselfishly cooperated and participated in any of this event, the ALS Virtual Completion Ceremony. Sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat po. This has been your host, Mr. Joey B. Catolico.
And I'm Miss Trisha Linem Alcaide,
saying goodbye and enjoy the rest of the day.